What?
Those people out there, I guess. What are you doing? Just charging the battery, looks like, or what?
The phone just went off. The phone line just went off. I tried calling PSL.
Who is that?
The legal service.
For what?
Housing.
What, you want housing?
Yeah, I would like to establish, like, not only my residence, but like I would like to have a lease.
That would be up to me. Hey, would you go in there and take that basket downstairs for me?
Sure, when I get up.
When you get up. When will that be? Because I need to get the wash going.
I'll do your wash for you in like...
No, I want to do it. I'll just...
You just need help doing it right now?
Wait, would you please?
Okay. When do you plan on doing it? When I take it down?
Yes.
Okay, let's go together. If you're doing it now, then, you know...
Yes, I'm doing it now.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go. I move on from, when I do a lot of nice things and I don't like to talk about them, I usually just move on. I don't carry that with me. You should carry those things with you, but you shouldn't brag about them. And this is definitely bragging, me picking up somebody's laundry and bringing it downstairs to them. Like, it doesn't mean you're a good person. It doesn't mean you're a good person. I'm not a good person because I have people who are random, and I have random people who are in the driveway. Like, this has became like a country, like, farm. This has become a country farm. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles that are here. But if I call the police, my grandfather will say it's like a police headquarters here. It's like a police headquarters here, and that's like a problem. I don't want these random people. I don't want them here under these circumstances. Under these circumstances, I don't want people on this block. Because these people can be dangerous. These people can be dangerous. There's a reason why we look at people the way we do. Just what it looks like is like, it's like since like 4 o'clock in the morning. Since like 4 o'clock in the morning, people have been in and out of this house. And like my grandfather, I can't sing, but these scary people can come back and forth into the house and cause a lot of havoc. See the spectrum? You see the spectrum? And I would leave, but like I have a lot of court things that I need to address, and I can't do, and I can't. People don't get it, but people do not get it. They don't get it. They don't get the spectrum. They don't get the spectrum, and like how like this idea is like a way of life, and this idea is a way of life. You know, those ends of the spectrum. But who I am, notice I put myself in the middle. I'm in the middle of the spectrum. Notice I'm like right down the middle. Everybody understands the spectrum now. Everybody understands the spectrum. I'm just looking outside, and I'm just seeing 3 cars, and they look like they're trying to like start up a monster truck rally, and they're getting ready, and they're like putting together all their equipment, and they're like, you know, tying down the rods and like getting stuff to like jump in the batteries, and like, you know, they look like they're like the crew for a hog tie down competition in Southwest Virginia. Southwest Virginia. That's what they look like. And specifically, it's an island. It's an island off the coast of Virginia. That's why I said southwest, because it's actually southeast. It's actually southeast. But because on camera I'm not gonna bullshit that one. But that's what it looks like, because it's basically, I don't want to put down a state and the people in it. The idea is there.
No detergent.
There's no detergent.
Right. Go to the store.
I've needed to go to this. I've needed to for several days now.
When you get the drive clear, we'll go.
You want me to plow the driveway when there's a snowplow truck in the driveway, and one of my father's friends is here in the driveway? You don't think, and you want me to plow the driveway?
How do you know that's one of my father's friends?
What?
How do you know that's one of his friends? You don't know that. You just talk off the top of your head, Jack. You shouldn't do that.
You think I'm insane because I'm making a connection between a plow truck in the driveway and my father helping him charge his battery, and you're telling me that I need to plow the driveway in order to justify your misinterpretation of who's his friend? Just like the TV.
Yeah, okay.
You remember the TV?
Sure.
What'd you tell me about the TV?
Nothing.
You told me it's okay to bring it upstairs, and that same night he plugged it in.
Yeah.
Because it's
oh well, if he did, he did.
It's a sickness.
Yeah.
It's the devil, and it's a sickness.
Yeah, okay.
That's legitimately what the devil is. It's not okay. It is sick. So can you maybe call him, text him, and tell him to have his friend, because he's using your property to plow our driveway?
Who do you want me to text?
Your boy.
My boy?
Yeah, your baby boy.
My baby boy.
Yeah, your son. Who I wish I never had relationships with, like whoever I wasn't
you
like.
Just knock it off.
I didn't
Would you
genetically.
please?
Genetically.
Why do you say that that's Virgil out there? It's not Virgil.
No. You're right. You're right.
I know I'm right. I didn't do it. Why did you keep saying that? Like you knew. Like everything else, you know everything. But but you're just not correct anytime, hardly.
See, I can't call the police and get these people off the property, and they're not.
No, they're broke down. What are you, some kind of nut? I mean, they're broke down. What do you want them to do? Pick that car up and take it away? They're doing the best they can, I'm sure. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to run them off. What's wrong with you?
Did I say I was going to?
Well, you were saying such as meaning the same thing.
Once again, it was in the street.
Yeah, it was in the street and they had to get it off the street.
Why?
I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Why?
Why? Why would they get it off the street?
You tell me if you were broke down and somebody's in the middle of the street, you'd pull it into somebody's driveway.
All right, you can't talk to me.
You're telling me that you'd pull into some random person's driveway without
I can't talk to you, Ethan.
Did they consult with you? Did they consult with you? No, they didn't consult with you. So yeah, I would like to be consulted before being a generous person.
Give me my remote, please.
Which leads me to believe that this is happening because my father said it was okay. Like, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I just I don't, because I know that he was out there in the morning time.
He left this morning. His truck was gone before these guys ever got there. He's been gone all morning.
Yeah.
Since what, 6:30 or something.
Yeah, that's not my problem is
You've got a problem, all right.
Well, my problem is my family is horrible, and what they've done is against the law. That's my problem.
According to you, any of us that breathe is against the law.
Did I ever say that?
Find my remote.
Did I ever say that? Did I? Like, the amount of hours that I've spent dealing with your problem,
I don't know.
and the amount of hours that you think that you deserve to be compensated for.
Compensated? I didn't ask for any compensation.
Sure, well, I hope nobody asked for compensation. I'm looking for your controller.
I know you are.
Hope nobody's going to ask for compensation. Oh my gosh, where's your controller?
I don't know.
I think you're sitting in it.
I don't think so.
Can't move. You're sitting in it.
Sure am thinking. Sorry about that.
And I'm not going out there to... I mean, there's 3 cars, and I'm seeing 2 people.
Talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now because there may be plans with additional benefits available that are simply not covered under Medicare Parts A and B. That's right, there are people on Medicare but don't have a Medicare
I'm gonna try
Part
calling
C
again.
plan, which covers everything in Part A and Part B,
The
plus
legal.
extra benefits in Medicare Part
Why?
C. Here's the good news. If
Why?
you're on Medicare, you can call
You're saying to get a lease or something?
to see if there is a Part
That's
C
up to
plan
the owner, not to you, not to them
if
either.
you're losing coverage, moving, or need Medicare, call to speak
And you're
with
not gonna
a
get a
licensed
lease.
insurance agent during this special enrollment
Okay.
period. You don't get Medicare Part C benefits.
So I have to plow your driveway?
Now for your free 2022.
It would be nice to be able to help you.
There's a giant plow out there.
Well, maybe when they get it going, if you go out there and ask them, they may do it for you.
I don't know them.
So what?
I don't like them.
Everyone on Medicare. Today we are talking
Well, then
about
do it yourself.
Part C, commonly called
Got a
Medicare
snowblower out
Advantage.
there,
If
just
you
do it
don't have a
yourself.
Medicare Part C
Or I'll do it, Ethan. I don't want to, you know.
additional benefits available that are simply not
You're
covered
not
under
very good with
Medicare
getting
Part
a,
C
you know,
and B. That's right.
when you
But I
live,
am.
when you live somewhere.
But I am.
Medicare Part C plan, which
When you
covers
live
everything in
somewhere.
Part
But I
A
am.
and Part B, plus extra
What?
benefits in Medicare
Go ahead.
Part C. Here's the good
You're
news.
expected
If
to
you're
do a
on
little
Medicare,
something
you can
around
call
there to
even
earn
if
your
you
keep,
called
if
last
nothing
week.
else.
We'll check to see if there's
How
a
much do you pay for rent?
available in your area with additional
What does that got to do with plowing the driveway?
The fact is that, like, I keep things very neat.
Well, I don't think so. Your pots and pans are on the top of the stove.
I cleaned them.
That is not where you got them, though.
Okay.
Okay.
But are you?
When you do things in the kitchen, for instance,
Can you mute it? Can you mute it? I don't want. Yeah, please mute it.
when you mess up a dish and you wash it,
Yeah.
you wash that one dish. If there's another one there, you don't touch it.
Because it's not my dish.
You see?
I have in the past many times.
So why would you wash one thing when there's 2 or 3 things there that can be washed at the same time?
Are they yours?
It doesn't matter whose they are.
So I have to clean off my father's dish who threatened to kill me? Otherwise, I can't stay here? And you won't let me have a lease? And you won't let me have a lease to the house? Or to the room? So basically my stuff got stolen?
I don't want to go there. Just stop. Stop where you're at. I can't talk to you.
And the legal
You
service...
can't carry on a conversation. You're not capable of carrying on a
This
conversation.
is a conversation among men. Men among men.
One man, anyway.
No, basically if you're a man, you're going to be able to communicate these things.
Yeah, you should, but you don't.
I would like a lease.
You cannot carry on a conversation about anything before changing the subject. I'm being mistreated.
Because I would like a lease.
Well, go find one somewhere. Not here, but go find one somewhere. Where do you think you would stay for free?
I am willing to pay $700 a month.
No, you're willing to have the state pay $700 a month.
No, I figured out another source of income.
And then probably you would want the 700, right?
No, that would be corruption. That would be money laundering. That would be money laundering. If the state paid me to pay you, and you gave the money back to me, that would be called money laundering. People are stupid. I'm smart. I've figured out a way to pay out of pocket. So now,
Ethan,
it's not good enough. Why is it not good enough?
Just back off.
Why is that not good enough?
Back off.
Why does that make you angry?
Because I can't talk to you. All you know how to do is try to manipulate.
No, do you want $700?
No, I don't want anything right now from you. I want to go to the store.
But you just want to throw away my belongings.
You see, you can't carry on a conversation.
Did you want to get rid of my stuff?
At the time, yeah.
Right.
And I did. I took it to the
retaliation
Salvation Army
for my
because
aunt.
you wasn't here.
Because retaliation
and
for.
I wasn't going to store it any longer.
You can justify it, but it was retaliation for my aunt going to jail for assaulting my grandmother.
She did not assault your grandmother. You assaulted Linda.
I have it all on camera.
That's right. That's why that started. You kept that camera right in her face until you just wore her down to a frazzle.
And then what?
And then she retaliated.
Okay, I was 10 feet away on the couch.
You're a liar.
Yeah, no.
You were right in her face.
That's when she attacked me. And I kept recording. She
Ethan,
got.
please shut up.
You see how
Please
she?
shut
You see
up.
how she ended up in my face? And you see how me just telling the truth, he gets upset and he calls the police because that's how he protects criminals. The truth is hard. The truth is hard. It's funny how people end up in your face as they're attacking you. When you stay put and they attack you, it's funny how that they end up in your face. So I'm really good at communicating. I am. I'm really good at communicating. So I'm gonna try to get these guys to do this for me.
Alright, Burlington, the one day you have to look forward to, it's actually a bit warmer than average. It's tomorrow, we also have the snow coming down, but look what happens Wednesday. Only 3 for a high.
You still have to do the walk.
How do I wear your shoes?
No, you wear your own. They're over there.
Well, those shoes I got at a homeless shelter.
Leave my shoes.
You guys threw away my shoes. You did throw away my shoes. I bought shoes. I bought. Yeah.
Sliding down towards Huntsville, so along 45, as you move your way down towards the Houston Metro, you've been dealing with some of this rain, and there's a bit of a back edge to this, so we'll get a bit of a break there in Houston here over the next hour. But there's more shower activity to your west, which is going to fill in as well. But occasionally, we'll get a rumble or two of thunder out of the great severe, but a thunderstorm or two, like certain Louisiana, as we head on through the afternoon, Alexandria, Shreveport, New Orleans by this evening, you'll see some of this rain. And then by the time we get into the overnight hours, we got the Florida Panhandle now getting into some of this rain, waking up in the morning around Pensacola with the pitter patter of that rain on the roof. And then you see how that fills in across the peninsula. As we head on through our Tuesday afternoon, it looks like around lunchtime, the rain kind of moves towards the 4 corridor and then pushes south of that as we head on through Tuesday into the evening hours, while the rest of the deep south sees things drying out heading into Tuesday night and Wednesday into the morning hours, at least there. Now, as far as the temperatures are concerned, again, looking at the numbers this afternoon, 40s and 50s, not too bad out there for you. Now, we will see some chillier temperatures start to move in this week. Midweek here, in fact, probably dipping down to the bottoming out here for you by Wednesday morning. Nashville to 19 degrees, 25 showing up there in Little Rock. So much colder times for the mid part of the week, and then we'll start to gradually kind of bump the numbers up just a notch as we get towards Friday morning with a few more 30s in terms of low temperatures. Back in just a bit.
Alice loves the scent of Gates so much, she wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice, and long-lasting Gates scent beads. Try Spring Daydream, now part of our irresistible scent collection.
Say goodbye to daily insulin injections. Omnipod is a tubeless, waterproof pod built to simplify life with diabetes. Try it today. Go to omnipod.com for risk information, instructions for use, and free trial terms and conditions. Consult your healthcare provider before starting on Omnipod.
Should Viagra really cost $90? We don't think so. RexMD.com has FDA-approved generic Viagra starting at just $2 per tablet. Want to know what other guys are saying about RexMD.com?
It's my first time using telemedicine, and I recommend this process to anyone. I couldn't be happier with the product.
Just fill out a brief survey, and if appropriate, you can try a sample pack of generic Viagra, which are currently available to new customers. Your consultation is free. There's no copays, no doctor office visits, and your shipping is always free. Visit RexMD.com.
Oh man, look like me, kids. What else should I know? Bring us alarm. Yep, bring us alarm.
It's true. Ring has an award-winning alarm. Learn more at ring.com.
I got a good feeling. Feeling in my bones, gotta check it out. I'm going harder than before. I'm the talk of the town.
Transitions. Life under control.
As our parents get older, they can stay more active with the right care. Find care for your mom and dad at care.com. It's easy to share love with the most memorable cards you can give. Hundreds of designs to choose from to show your loved ones just how much they mean to you. Order today with free U.S. shipping and 15% off your order at lovetalk.com. This is Fracture. Just upload an image, place your order, and it'll show up at your door beautifully printed directly on glass. And this isn't just another frame, not just another canvas. This is new. This is a Fracture. Visit fractureme.com and order one today.
It can be easy to steal your identity. Now, it can be just as easy to help protect yourself. LifeLock helps detect identity threats. If there's a problem,
My shoes, but I'm careful.
go to lifelock.com.
Whew.
My dental health was not good. I had periodontal disease, and I just didn't feel it. But then I found controls.
Replacing both teeth with dental implants. Your choice was going to
So, as soon as I was talking to them, you told me to take the garbage can in, and so I would stop talking to them.
I did? No, I was reminding you because you wasn't by the garbage can.
Well, you interjected when I was conversating,
Okay, fine.
and
Ethan, knock it off.
my father can do no wrong. He would never
Ethan,
interject.
you don't know when to stop talking.
He would never interject my father.
Ethan, you
His deep breaths.
just can't stop talking for no reason. You can't stop
That's
talking.
the devil. That's the devil. So they're gonna plow the driveway. They're gonna plow the driveway. And when I was asking him, I was just like, hey, you were basically, I saw you guys at 4 o'clock in the morning. You were pretty much like, getting pushed into the driveway. And I was like, how far were you like broken down? Like, I asked if they broke down like right here. And I was like, yeah. 'Cause I was like, it looks like you just broke down right here. And the guy like couldn't, like, he didn't want to respond. He just didn't want to respond, just like my grandfather doesn't want to respond. And it's like, look, you don't, like, he tried. He eventually, like, he tried to respond, but he had to like process the information. And
Would you shut up? Or go in there where I can't hear you. My goodness,
Science-
all you do is talk.
science drives him insane. I don't get to talk to anybody.
Well, how can you talk to anybody? All you do is say the same things over and over.
You won't let me pick.
You stole my car. You stole my food. You stole this. You did this. That's all you ever say. You don't talk about anything else.
You paid $3,000, $5,000 for a lawyer, and you wouldn't, but you'd rather pay for a lawyer as to like reestablish my belongings and my freedom. Why is that?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure your mind does.
No, would you
Would you mind to stop? Okay, I mean, Ethan, you just don't make any sense. I can't carry
let me make
on
it simple.
a conversation.
I don't want him to buy me a car, but I'm going to ask if he can buy me a car because he stole my other car. Can you buy me a car?
Absolutely not.
How about maybe he thinks like the money is too much. How about a car that costs $1,000? Can you buy me a $1,000
No,
car?
I won't buy you a car.
It's because he hates me.
No, you don't have a driver's license.
I do have a driver's
You
license.
can't afford the
Excuse,
insurance. You can't afford
excuse,
the license plate.
excuse.
Why don't you work if you want a car? Why don't you work and buy a car?
I just said I was able to afford rent.
Look for cracks, especially at the base of larger branches or any.
And you can afford to have someone else pay your rent, but you can't afford to pay your rent.
And if I can't, he thinks that I can't afford rent, so therefore he won't let me have a lease. Which I can't afford rent, and I can't afford a lease. Which means I can't afford a lease.
How do you do that?
Let me show you a winning ticket. I show you a winning ticket. If you look at the video before this video, I have a winning ticket.
We just had Mother Nature.
So this is lining up perfectly. This is lining up perfectly. This is lining up perfectly.
Fox News.
Better be safe than sorry.
Like this and
Ethan, I'm tired of listening to you. Please stop.
This is chess and I play checkers. I go out, they fall apart, shoot them.
I'm gonna pick up my stuff and I'm gonna move into a different room, and I need to call a lawyer.
Look, it's correct. China, now, looking across at Taiwan. I mean, if they start to put ships in the water, if they start to do the things that we're starting to hear about right now and reporting on, I mean, it isn't just
Don't attack me.
and that's the point. Afghanistan and the way that we handled it.
Don't. Like a psychopath can make other people be viewed insane as they're insane. A psychopath. Because the world thinks somebody like that is so correct, and the rest of my family members think they're so correct. They think they're so correct that if it's like, and it's like my neighbors thought it was okay, it was correct. Him assaulting my grandmother. Then when I told them, I went over to their house and I told them I needed to call 911, and they said they wouldn't let me use their telephone, and then they called here at this house, and I got beat up. I got beat up. I got beat up. So I'm poking at religion because my neighbors have their entire family's extremely religious, and their offspring. You'll remember when I say offspring. Their offspring is very much members of the congregation, and they run the churches that they belong to. I went over there and begged to use the telephone. Begged to use the telephone. Like, just because people appear to be good people, doesn't mean they are. Okay? People live their own lives and behave differently, and their choices are the ones that they have made proactively and with influence. Proactively and with influence. I can only say I'm confident that we sometimes are able to make our own decision, and it is only our decision. It is our idea. But in order for that to be true, there must be no influence. There must be no influence. And we are being influenced by our surroundings and the people we interact with. So you'd have to be on a deserted island, like with nothing but maybe sand, to maybe have that be true. We are being influenced. So if and the right influence is subjective. But if your image online is that you're a part of a church and you're a good person, then I ask you for help, and then I got beaten up. I think and you caused me to get beaten up, and you did it on purpose. Like, it's we know that people in church, not all of them are good people. Even the people running the church, they're not good. They're not necessarily good people, and it's important. It's important. In the time of need, will people be there for you? And the answer is no. The answer is no. They will instead hurt you. So we protect ourselves proactively. I'll use that word again, to prevent ever needing help, prevent ever asking anybody for help, and so that the problem, it doesn't exist. And unfortunately, the problem is the interpretation of the law, and the rights that are associated with establishing ownership or residing somewhere, and I literally I get the worst of it. And I said, okay. I did everything like as I was instructed to. I said, okay. And and this is what this is. I mean, I rationalized it with, if I didn't do anything wrong, and people are going to listen to this person after all of this, because my family members have had it out for me, and it's based off of my status, my social status, or my economic status, or my family status. Because of those three things combined, then it's not a then. So that's a so statement. So So they are in, so that makes you insane. It makes you insane. It makes you insane. And I probably don't sound like I probably sound insane for just saying it, as if I'm like, it sounds insane for saying it. But it it's trust me, I'm not happy, but I am just I'm laying out the facts. These facts are like, it's not exciting stuff. None of this is exciting. This is insane. But I kind of showed the winning ticket, like in the last video. I showed the winning ticket, so I should be able to just get up and leave, right? I should just be able to get up and leave. When I just need to get there, and I might not win. I might not win it due to like the address for the mailing address is like, it said to homeowner or the resident, and so from the resident alone, I can be viewed without a lease. I can be viewed as like occupying an area, a location that I am not legally supposed to occupy, and until the court actually hears my case, and actually there's an order granted by the judge. It is not the law. The judges are the law. The judges are not the law. The judges, well, they kind of are the law. The judges kind of are the law, and so and I'm not able to get to that point for a lease, and so I could be possibly losing out on a lot of money right now, and that just shows you how much hatred that I had to deal with while I was taking care of my grandmother, who he felt the same way about. Everybody felt, how they feel about me is how they felt about my grandmother. And I'm the type of person who's like willing to give up like everything. I'm like looking outside where they're still at. I'm the type of person who is willing to fulfill my obligation and give up everything, not willingly. So I want to say against my will, as if like so don't get that incorrect. Willingly, and then after I fulfilled my obligation, be told to sleep in the snow. And that is the kind of person I am.